What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. After Sound here, bringing you Splinterlands content every single day. We also stream right here in this channel every Tuesday, Thursday, and Sunday morning. So come by and say hello. All right, guys. I have another way to approach how many packs I think we will sell for Rebellion. Now, I'm using Riftwatcher data here mainly because my perspective on this is people will only own Riftwatchers if they are like super hyper competitive in the game. And with the amount of packs that have been bought and are currently circulating, and I know the prices are down a little bit right now, but I would say that the card amount, circulating supply, is probably good for where the player base is at currently in terms of being competitive at whatever level, right? Again, we don't need to talk about all max copies, but I am going to use that as a reference point here. So when we look at all the different rarities, oddly enough, and again, I'm trying to be conservative with this. So oddly enough, like legendaries are kind of overpopulated, and not the new airdrops, but the ones that came originally in the pack, right? So your Cobra Lurker, Aggro Longtail. I mean, these are all like almost a little bit under 11,000 packs. 11,000 BCX that have been printed. So the math that I did here, and please feel free to double check it, right? I took the 11,000, or I think my actual math was like 10,800, 10,900 in terms of BCX, divided that by 11, got around like 900 something. And then in one of the previous town halls, Matt had said that in order to get a maxed deck, right, a fully maxed deck, and it's not perfect, but just a rough amount, it would be between 33 to 3,400 packs of Rebellion. So you take that 900 something, multiply it by 3,300, and it gets you actually above 3 million packs. So my point with this is it makes me somewhat excited, because if Matt's goal is to sell 1.5 million packs to make it through the next year, right? To get that runway in for about 12 months, right? Was it 1.5 million? And they make $2 per pack. That's $3 million over the year. That's roughly $250,000 a month. That's kind of what we know their expenses to be. And that revenue doesn't include anything else, like the market fees, any other potential promo cards, or mini sets that they end up doing. So in a way, right, that would get us not actually more than a year. That itself would get us a year, but all the other revenue that they generate would get us more than a year and hopefully help the team. Okay, I digress with that. My whole point with this is, well, if Matt is going with that 1.5 million, and the player base shows, at least currently on a very conservative level, that we would require roughly X amount of 900 something regular foil 900 something regular foil max decks. We'll just call it that, because I don't want to include gold foil right now, although that could be more, right? My point is that it's over 3 million packs, which would be double what the low estimate or low kind of target for of what Matt was going for. So I'm excited about that. And again, I don't know if I want to call it out as an actual prediction. It's tough to do predictions, and I think I've thrown out a bunch of numbers throughout, like in terms of like what I'd be happy with, what I've actually predicted. Well, here's not really a prediction. It's just, if you extrapolate where we're at from a Riftwatcher perspective onto and project it onto Rebellion, that's how many packs we would need. Now, can the community support that over the course of a year? Well, that remains to be seen. I don't know yet, but I would say that the pre-sale is a pretty good indication that there is still a lot of excitement with the game. And I'll tell you this, guys, once the cards hit the market, right? Once the cards hit both the rental and the sale market, if they are going for very high values because people need them and they are scarce, and not just scarce because there's only 250,000 packs or 270,000 packs that have been sold, but because of the fact that not just have those packs been sold and maybe opened or not, but the cards are being staked, the packs are being staked for the airdrops, the upcoming conflicts. So it's going to be even drier than just the fact that there's 250,000 packs out there, meaning that if those chase cards are in there, it doesn't need to be a single chase card. It's just like if legendaries or epic cards end up being very scarce and they end up pulling the price higher, or something, not the price, but the value of each pack very higher, significantly higher than the price, you're going to get people who play that game. They're going to go in, buy packs for $4 a pop with some vouchers, and hope that they get a $6 pack or a $7 pack on average. and just start to keep cycling that through, right? People play this on averages because they hope that they get a bunch of gold foil legendaries or just gold foil in general. But in the beginning, people want everything because it's so scarce. So you can go in and your chase cards could be simple legendary cards that some of the top players don't have a max of, and therefore they're willing to pay 2x, maybe 3x premium on what it eventually ends up settling down into. So over time, we'll have to wait and see how this plays out. Obviously, I think a lot of momentum will be at the beginning of the sale, right? We saw 250,000 packs sold here, but just wait until people start working out the numbers, right? The ROI there, when they start looking at the rental rates, right? For example, or how much things are going for. All of those will come to, play in effect, and we don't need to sell that many packs in order to hit, 3 million. We don't need to sell that many packs a day in order to hit 3 million. It's just, it'll be something to watch. Now, again, I'm not saying that we are going to hit 3 million. My goal is still that we hit Matt's, base target of 1.5, and I think we're well on our way to doing that with a successful pre-sale. But at this point in time, we'll have to see what land does. We'll have to see what the rental market looks like. But I think it's doable. I think it's doable because there's a lot of competitive folks here. And you might look at Riftwatchers and say, well, this came out over a year ago, and so the market is still kind of flooded with cards. A lot of players have left. And again, you're not wrong, but there is a lot of excitement around there right now. And it's not like Riftwatcher cards are in the gutter the same way that Chaos Legion is. Yes, they took a dip because people are excited about what Rebellion has to offer. And if they were sitting on extra Riftwatcher cards, well, then they could get a nice premium for them as opposed to like dumping Chaos Legion cards at an absolute low. So at this point, again, I'm just using Riftwatchers as a proxy, not for the initial hype, but for the entirety of the sale. And again, sure, Riftwatchers is not quite done yet, and obviously some packs haven't even been opened, but I'm just kind of counting this, again, very rough measurements here. 3 million packs, I think, is very doable. And that gets me excited because guess what? 3 million packs is 12 billion DEC over the course of the next year, and we don't have that much. So burn, baby, burn on that SPS. All right, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I will catch you all in the next video and see you around the game. Take care.